Everything looks to be in order. Well, thank you all for stopping by once again. Today, we're playing Tales of Berseria. And like last stream, it's been about 2 weeks since I played this game. I do not usually play games that I stream if there's like story involved and stuff like that. And same thing, I did not go forward with this game. Last time I saved it, I stayed here, and we're still here. So, besides the expedition that usually shows, hey, you just completed one, I just reset it right now. So, we're going to Force Islands. It's the one down over here. And yeah, we're just continuing. It takes level 9 to get here. I'm level 13 for adventuring or expeditions or whatever. So we'll see, what other areas that I can go to afterwards. But until then, synopsis wise, here we are. Having escaped from the Earth Pulse, Magalu faces her former mentor Melchior, the man who abandoned her and destroyed her heart. Unlike her usual self, she seems serious now. Willing to fight to protect the Earth Pulse rift to the last, she would give anything to see Velvet get back on her feet with strength fueled by the will to live, a will that she herself had lost. Accompanying Velvet and the others on their journey has rekindled the fire of her life in her broken heart. And soon, Magalu's hopes are answered as Velvet and the rest emerge from the Earth Pulse. Now that Velvet has learned the truth, Melchior tries to persuade her to bend the knee to reason and join them. Velvet accepts that Arthur and Laffy's hopes and intentions were right, but she cannot forgive what they have done. Fully aware that it is a ugly and selfish heart that drives her forward, she still must follow it through to the end. After all, however dark these emotions are, they are proof that once had a happy life. As a lord of calamity, a dark force that ravages the world to satisfy its own selfish desires, Velvet redeclares her war against Shepherd Artorius and the Empyrean. This is a quest for vengeance for herself and for the happy life that was ripped away from her. Magalu says to Velvet, "You're really something, you know that. Your selfishness managed just to surprise even me." Velvet says, "Sorry, but he still got me beat in that particular category." So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Obviously we don't have Laffy set here, but I think that's because, well, I totally forgot. I don't remember what happened that portion, but I think he's like studying like the last stuff on what to do. So again, just continue from last week.
Sure, you're glad, but what witch would be happy at losing? And you pampered Velvet like crazy! It's your fault I lost.
Really? I don't remember doing anything.
Nope, wasn't us.
Staying out of it is just as bad. If you don't throw salt or sugar into an open wound, you're guilty of being too nice. I lost the bet because of you. You owe me.
In that case, let us get in on the action. Let's make another bet.
Oh, I'm listening.
I'll bet 10,000 gold that Velvet cracks.
Oh.
I'll make that same bet. 10,000.
Uh-huh. Hey, wait a minute! You both know that I'm the one who wants to bet that she cracks.
And you should have spoken up first.
We can call the whole thing off if you want.
No. What kind of gambler would I be if I back down now? I'm afraid I have to take that bet. I hereby bet 10,000 that Velvet doesn't crack. What's so funny?
For someone so stubborn, you can be surprisingly cute sometimes.
You're calling a witch cute? That's slander! You both owe me the money you bet as reparations!
So, should I think of you as my sister? I'm a Moloch named Ceres. I've inherited Celica's memories, that's all.
And that doesn't make you the same person?
What exactly defines a person's identity? I may have her body and her memories, but...
You're right. If your soul has changed, you're not the same person anymore.
Even if I were Celica, I don't have the right to be called your sister. I followed Artorius' orders without question, sacrificing my own flesh and blood.
What about me? I devoured you. I have no right to condemn you for what you've done.
There's a difference, Velvet. I wanted you to do it. Even had I survived, I would have given myself to you before long. I wanted you to have my power, no matter the cost.
But why?
Right after the Advent, Celica's memories returned to me. It was then I understood what exactly it was I had done. Arthur, kind and caring, transformed into the cruel Artorius he is now.
Why did your memories return?
I don't know. I've heard that very rarely Malachim can regain the memories of their previous lives. Or perhaps this is my punishment for the pain I brought to you all. The stronger I feel my love for Arthur, the less I can forgive Artorius. My hatred of him has grown so deep, I'm not Celica anymore. As Ceres, I can never bring back the Arthur that I loved. Neither do I have the power to defeat Artorius. But you can. You're Etherian. You fully absorbed my power. You can face the Shepherd.
I know. I will stop him.
Forgive me, Velvet. I've pushed everything onto you. My hatred, my determination. I wanted to apologize one last time, at the end.
I'm glad I had a chance to know you. I'm glad that once I could be Laufey's sister. And Celica and Arthur's sister as well. I was happy.
Velvet.
Should you be up so soon?
Yeah, but...
Stay back! It's finally come to this. But of course it did. After all, I chose my revenge over a world of peace. I can't complain if people call me the Lord of Calamity.
Velvet, whether you're human, demon, or Lord of Calamity, it doesn't change that you have beautiful hair.
Laufey said the same thing to me a long time ago. He gave me this comb.
Your heart, I can tell it aches.
Yes. But even still, no. Because of that, I've made up my mind. I'm going to settle things with Artorius and Innominat, once and for all. It must be done. For my sake, and for the sake of those I loved.
I will too. Even without my compass, I'll place my hand on the wheel and chart my own course.
I will defeat Artorius. But if I kill Innominat, Laufey said, and me and the other Therians, they'll all...
A compass.
Eisen! Why the hell didn't you say something?
Calm down. You were passed out at the time, okay?
I'm going. I've got to stop him!
What's going on?
We got a message from the Von Eltia.
That's great. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, for now.
Huh?
While Benwick and the others were making their getaway, they got word that Eifried was spotted in Endgand. They said they're on their way to Lionel Island to meet him.
That has to be...
Yes, a trap. No doubt set by that horned demon, who may even be Eifried himself.
Eifried is a demon? Are you serious?
I said may.
Let's head to Lionel Island. Whoever it is, it's a lead. Besides, we can't afford to lose the Von Eltia.
How will we get there? Zavid probably sailed off with the ship we came in on.
We'll steal one from the harbor. I may be a calamity, but I'm frugal.
Prince Percival safely made it back to the capital. The Abbey used everything they had to rescue him.
I heard he was kidnapped by the Lord of Calamity. So if they got him back, that demon must be...
Dead, along with all of her gang. That's what a friend of mine in the Royal Army told me anyway.
The Abbey's propaganda at work again, I see.
We're finally safe! Hurrah!
Hold up. From what I hear, no one knows if the Lord of Calamity actually gave up the ghost. Her hideout got destroyed, but some say she managed to escape.
What makes them think she escaped?
Fishermen from Port Renid saw a fleet of Abbey ships near that island that's rumored to be a prison. Just a little bit later, they saw a pirate ship speeding away from the area where the Abbey ships were headed.
Well, that was definitely us. Guess it isn't that easy to hide the truth.
There was some talk a while ago about prisoners' bodies washing up on shore at Port Renid. So that story sounds plausible, at least.
It does. And here I thought I was safe. So where did the Lord of Calamity go?
The Abbey needs to get their act together and put that monster down already.
Go ahead. Talk all you like.
Curse it all. If only I'd noticed sooner.
I saw an Abbey ship heading toward the Sea of No Return. I wonder what they're doing.
They've made that whole area off limits. The Guild got an order from the Abbey telling us to stay away.
They're being nice and careful, and taking precautions to keep the secret of Hexen Isle just that.
Yeah, but order or not, no one here is stupid enough to try to sail there.
It's said that compasses go dead, and monsters from the deep appear to swallow ships whole. Whatever the case, ships really have sailed there to never return. Everyone knows that the Sea of No Return is bad news.
Come to think of it, I heard a ship from some other town strayed into those waters and got attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? You sure they didn't just get a bad case of the Corsair Scourge and dream up the whole thing?
Well, that was my reaction, but then again, the Abbey did tell everyone to stay away, so something must be there. Whatever it is, we'd all best leave it be.
The Sea of No Return. What a poetic name.
For the Malachim taken there, that poem is a tragic one.
Everywhere the Abbey sets foot ends up the same.
All right. We did not yet finish more of these. We still have 3. In fact, I think I said this last time, but I'm gonna have to at some point or another go back and clear these out, because although I've gone this long without using Heroes Ventite, Armory, Excetrite 5, or Trident Ignicitite, they're still going to help me out. Provides 25% increasing the amount of healed by healing arts used on characters at 25% or lower health. So that means when people really need that health, it gives you even more health. Grants +1 initial souls to characters wearing equipment that has been enhanced a combined total of 24 more times, so 25 or more times, so that's great. And then also allows the ability to add up to 3 random skills to equipment on hard mode on hard mode or higher. So this one is really not going to give me too much because I'm not on hard right now. I'm just on normal. But that's still cool. It's another thing that I can complete and just feel more complete, you know? These are basically, I'm treating them as side quests and not just like, oh, they're just little things on the side. Like, I want to actually complete them.
How about this one? The hull looks sturdy, and I don't see anyone aboard.
You're surprisingly into this.
Maybe you've got a criminal streak in you after all. What? No,
What do you think, Eisen?
She'll do. Let's take her.
Eisen, everything all right?
We're almost at Lionel Island, all thanks to this ship. She's got a good compass.
Yeah.
If only my inner compass held as steady. From the first moment I laid eyes upon that demon, I think I knew it was Ifrid. But some part of me refused to accept it.
That's because you're Ifrid's friend, don't you think? After all, he taught you that the Reaper's curse was part of you, part of your creed.
We were lost at sea once. 20 straight days we floated together, close to death. And all he says is, you sure know how to liven up an adventure.
He sounds like an incredible person.
You did the same thing for Velvet, you know.
Only because you taught me how, Eisen. Your wheel is yours to hold, right?
That's right. That's what it is to live by one's...
Look, it's Lionel Island!
Not good. The Von Eltia's already there. We're too late.
Eleanor! What's going on? What happened? Horn's demon attacked us out of nowhere!
They're breathing. Barely.
Zavid rushed here to save us. Had he not come when he did, we'd all be dead.
This is all because I hesitated.
Where'd they go? Zavid lured the beast away, towards the interior.
Let's go.
You know, the game would be very interesting if, like, everything shifted and Eisen, you know, like she could, Velvet still could have been a Therian, but if Eisen was, like, the main character, because that would mean, like, he would have to attack literally when he's not around his partners, like the little circle would have to be, like, this far away from them, because his Reaper's Curse would mean if he's this close and he's attacking an enemy and his partners are close, he could miss the enemy altogether and go and cut his partners. Like, the Reaper's Curse, like, it may not be every time he does something, but, like, when he wants to do something, it's gonna end up bad. Like, he wants to flip to make heads and it's constantly tails kind of thing, and then, like, the whole, like, skit where it's like, oh, this one's two-headed, and he flips it and then it lands in the water, like, because he's on a boat, and he flips it again, and then the next time it, like, I don't know what happened to it, but something else happened, and it's like, well, that's that. Like, he knows, like, this is the Reaper's Curse kind of thing. So, like, it would be very interesting to see you as a main character literally, like, oh, let me speak to this person, and the person, like, they go to speak to you and then they sneeze in your face or something and they're like, oh, I'm very sorry, or, you know, constantly bad things happening to you. And it would make for a really good story, because it's like, normally in a story you can't do that. It's like, that's too astronomically small for that to happen organically. But if you literally are someone that has, like, a Reaper's Curse and just, like, not just bad luck, but, like, I mean, I guess bad luck, but also a curse. It's a curse. Follows you. Like, it's not just like oh, like you could win the lottery, but then the paper gets lost or something, or it gets wet and it breaks apart. Like, it's not something that keeps you from getting something, like winning something, but it'll stop you from receiving the rewards from it or something like that, you know. Or you may get the rewards and then before you can spend it, you get robbed or something. Like, you can't enjoy stuff. It would be a very interesting game. Very interesting. Like, there would be so much content because you could just think of whatever and then make it go bad, you know? Like everything. Like talking to your first mate, if he gets close and you speak to him, like, he could bite his tongue on accident. And he's like, oh, you know, like, I forgot, I shouldn't have gotten close or something, you know, like, something just to, like, it doesn't even need to kill him. It could just be, like, inconveniencing everybody around him. I mean, that is technically why Eisen left his home. At least that's what he says. Like, he left because he didn't want his sister to get hurt. Oh, Laphicet's back. Cool. Yeah, he didn't want his sister to get hurt from all the just basically bad luck stuff, you know? So I think that would be a great main character. Just like that's not even his main thing. He's not like, oh, I want to like fix this curse. Right now his main thing is he's trying to find his friend, and then he thinks his friend is that horned guy. So it's funny because we even did like a side quest to like try and help alleviate it, you know, the curse. It's pretty weird. The curse. I don't know too much about it either, but it's gonna be interesting to understand how it plays out, because I don't know, like, I've never finished this game. I think I had started the game and then I told myself, yep, this is a good one, I'm gonna put it back. Like, it's like reading the first chapter of a book and then waiting until you have all the books to read it, which in my case, I already had like several Tales games, but it's not that I'm trying to collect them all. I was just waiting until I streamed, because I've had this for some time, and so I have like other Tales games as well that I want to get through, like Tales of Symphonia, I got that one. Tales of Zestiria, I got that one. This one's Tales of Berseria. I think I've got Tales of... Okay, wait. Okay, Berseria, Zestiria, Symphonia. There's another one. Oh, Tales of Xalia. I think it's that one that I have. But either way, I've got quite a few of them on Steam, and I want to, like, I don't want to play them just because, like, oh, I just want to get through them, but because each one has a pretty good story that comes at you from, like, it really pulls your heartstrings from different angles. They're good games. I like them. Hello there. I guess this is the way to go, because usually he's not trying to sell stuff. I mean, he'll sell stuff in random places, but they usually put something there. Alright, so we got the marsh. Where are we going? Oh, okay, so I'm gonna be going like towards that middle green where that S is, that save spot. So that means I'm gonna have to go exit and then take a hard left. We got this. I just want to see where I'm going so that way I don't get lost. Alright, this way. And then we'll take a hard left. Oh wait, I can hit him. I forgot. I don't know why I was avoiding him. Okay. So we're gonna go through this way. Honestly, I think it's a little OP to just break through them.
Eisen would know better than anyone, so I'd take it as a fact.
But I thought when people have a strong will like you and Kurogane, they don't lose themselves upon becoming a demon. From how Eisen talks about him, I'd say his strength of will should be considerable.
Even if you don't lose yourself, a demon is a demon. When you change, you're no longer human. I don't remember how I felt as a human, but I bet the human me would have thought I'm a real monster.
But would the old part of Ifrid allow him to be so obedient to the Abbey?
No. He didn't seem to be following Melchior of his own free will. I imagine Melchior's illusory arts are at play.
Like what we saw at Loringen in a ball? Is that enough to control a demon?
They would seem so. But more importantly, someone with a psyche resilient enough to impress Eisen should be extraordinarily hard to turn into a demon.
So Melchior must be using a particularly nasty illusion, eh?
Ifrid, Eisen, please be okay. We have to hurry. Zavid's all alone.
Well, he's not exactly an ally. He's got his own creed. Remember the White-Horned Dragon? He might try to protect Ifrid.
So Eisen might too, right? This is Ifrid we're talking about, so...
He's a demon now. He's not Eisen's old buddy anymore.
Even if we can't bring him back to being human, there has to be something we can do to make him... himself again.
If he's a demon, he'll never be himself again. He attacked Benwick and the rest of his crew. The old Ifrid's gone.
So... what does Eisen plan to do?
I don't know. That's up to him. Worst case, we might have to fight him too. It's best you prepare yourself for that possibility.
But...
Zavid! You alright? Stop! I know these fists. This is Ifrid.
Why didn't you fight back?
Ifrid. She pulled me back from the brink. I owe him. This time, it's my turn to bring him back.
A demon can never be human again.
So what? That's supposed to make me change my creed? What do you think, Ifrid?
Zavid!
Going after kids now? Benwick and your crew risked their lives by your side. Zavid's an idiot, but he stands by his beliefs. I won't let anyone trample their creeds. Even you! everything, Ifrid. And now... it's time to pay it back!
Are you all right with this, Eisen?
I am.
Killing Flash! But I'm this close. I want this! Form Zero! Deception! Deception! Deception!
Blades of wind, slice them!
Deception! Deception!
How dare you! Frost! No! Blades of wind, slice them! Rip them apart!
Armor Crusher! Armor Crusher! Armor Crusher!
Too slow! Frost! Die! Die! Not good. See this? Frost! Up!
Armor Crusher! Armor Crusher! Deception! Form forward! Deception! Form forward! Jade Wave! Deception! Deception! Hurricane!
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try! Mayhem!
I'll stop you! Deception! Deception! See they die! Hurricane! I'll stop! Deception! Deception!
No mercy!
Pummel! Wind!
Armor Crusher!
End of the road.
Taking hostages now.
I'm sorry. Just forget about me. I'm prepared for whatever happens.
All right. You've grown. You're a man now. Family, friends, everything I ever tried to hold on to. All of it trickled away, fell from my grasp. But a certain idiot once told me, if you can't hold something in your hand, then make a fist and take it by force. This fist will take everything back. Just like you told me to!
I know this fist. It's you. Sorry. Caused you a lot of trouble, didn't I?
Don't worry about it. We're friends, right?
changed back into a human?
Forget it. It's too late.
I'm sorry. If I only knew how to use my power.
Stop crying. Didn't you say you were prepared for anything?
But, Eisen, you were searching for Ifrid for so long.
You're still as soft as you ever were. Boy, I'll let you in on a little secret. Your power comes from being part of Innominat. Which means, if you can seal off his domain, you actually got a chance of putting up a good fight.
Seal off his domain?
The 4 elemental Empyreans sleeping in the earth pulses. If you can rouse them from their slumber. Hurry, while Artorius and Innominat are occupied. They're getting ready for some ceremony of suppression. It's now or never, kid.
Thank you, Ifrid.
I'm just sad I can't go with you. It sounds like a goddamn blast.
I won't apologize.
You shouldn't. I'm grateful. You always kept things from getting dull. If we ever meet again, let's raise some hell. Eisen.
Yeah, we will. See you, Ifrid. I owe you one, Zavid.
We had a chance to bring him back, but you went and killed him. Next time I see you, we'll settle the score. Between me and your creed.
See you around, Zavid.
So, we need to wake the 4 elemental Empyreans? But how do we do it? Dunno. Maybe you tickle their divine footsies with a feather until they...
You're back!
And you're looking better.
Somehow. But what happened to that demon?
We killed him. Benwick. He...
Let me tell him. The rest of you, find Grimoire and ask her about the 4 Empyreans.
Eisen.
Are you sure?
Do it. He gave us this chance. We can't waste it.
Okay.
Great! Let's do this one Run Gets It style, guys!
Okay. That was an interesting few cutscenes and also interesting battle. I do regret one thing in that last battle, and that is using the bottle on Eleanor, because I don't think she would have died if I didn't use it anyways. It was a bottle to... It was a panacea bottle just to help her out with... I think she was slowed and something else. But it turned out she didn't even need it because we didn't actually... None of us died. But yeah, if I didn't use it, it would have been a itemless battle win or whatever, I would have gotten a higher score and just more stuff. But it's no biggie. That was just one. That's just one thing that I need to keep in mind. Sometimes I don't need to use an item. I just need to gauge the battle better. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go with this one. There's other things that people have mastered. Okay. Oh, right. Eisen's not with us right now. I was like, huh, we're missing someone. Okay, so, what else? Oh, yeah, we got this, like, bottomless Denor bottle. An inexhaustible Denor bottle helps you forget all that escaping from dungeons. So, I guess Denor bottles, I don't think I remember using it, but I'm pretty sure I bought it. Where are they? Oh, I went all the way around for nothing. The Denor bottle, where is it? Oh, here it is. I have 10 of them. Curious potion that inside of a dungeon instantly sends you to the entrance as long as you've passed through it before. So that just allows me to get out of a dungeon. I had 10 of them, now I have an infinite one. So that's interesting. Let's go ahead and save, because you never know. I've had more games crash while streaming than I've ever had in my entire life, honestly. And I've played many PlayStation game where, you know, sometimes if you just like, I mean, I guess it sounds weird, but like if you just like accidentally tipped the PlayStation 1, sometimes it would like scratch up the thing, and you didn't even like some games, consoles, you can like pick up, you know, even when there's a disc. You shouldn't, but you could, and it wouldn't like destroy the disc. GameCube was pretty good. Those suckers snap in there, you know. Some consoles are handheld, so they're, you know, of course you can just move them around, but you know what I mean.
Resurrect the elemental Empyreans. True. If we do that, we might be able to suppress Innominat's domain.
It may even liberate the minds of the Malachim that Innominat has under his control.
I'm sure some will no longer obey their exorcists.
Good. We'll take a big bite out of their forces.
More importantly, Innominat will lose the ability to enhance the resonance of his exorcists. Most exorcists will no longer even be able to perceive Malachim at all, just like before. Of course, anyone as innately gifted as me is another story.
Will I become unable to see Laphicet?
We won't know until we try.
Eleanor...
Then let's give it a shot. I'll accept whatever happens.
But these elemental Empyreans, they're gods, right? You sure it's okay to disturb their beauty sleep?
They control the 4 elements. Waking them is likely to upset the balance of the world quite a bit.
I'll take that as a no, then.
We don't even know how to revive them. At worst.
If it's anything like the opening, then we need to offer a sacrifice at the Earth Pulse on a scarlet night.
We have to kill someone?
The act of killing is not essential to the ceremony. All that's needed is a soul free of malevolence.
If that's true, then doesn't Velvet already have a whole belly full of them?
The exorcists I devoured.
It's perfect! You're Etherian. You're capable of releasing the power you absorb. The souls of the high-ranking exorcists you ate should do nicely.
Use Oscar and Teresa's souls to resurrect the Empyreans?
It's worth a try, at least. When's the next Scarlet Night? 3 years after the Advent. In other words, soon.
Do we have enough time? The 4 Empyreans are asleep in different places, right?
Correct. 4 Earth Pulses for 4 Empyreans. But if you use a life pool, you may be able to awaken all 4 at the same time.
A life pool?
Earth Pulses normally flow horizontally, but in exceptionally rare cases, they can flow vertically. This causes energy to collect at the Earth Pulse's base, forming a life pool. Though sometimes the energy flows the other way, upward, into what's called a life spring.
Oh, so if we make use of one of these life pools, a single sacrifice could reach all 4 Empyreans.
Where are they? There's a life pool in the northern reaches of Midgand, but I heard a large temple was built over it recently.
That's the Empyrean throne! We can't go there, it's Innominat's home base!
Ah, most unfortunate.
Couldn't we use a life spring? It all connects to the same place, right? We'll have to go against its flow, but...
We'll force the soul right down its throat.
Where's the nearest life spring?
Our best bet would be Mount Killerhouse.
Eisen?
I'm fine. What's done is done.
Killerhouse? That's the volcano on the northernmost tip of Northgand, but it's a hellscape of ice and lava!
Naturally. Killerhouse is the most powerful life spring there is.
So, in short, we shoved the souls of the Exorcists into the molten core of that volcano.
That should awaken the 4 elemental Empyreans. Together, they will seal off Innominat's domain. It's just a theory, but...
It's one I'll put my money on.
Me too.
Then we're off to Northgand. Mount Killerhouse is north of Helives.
The ship's ready to sail. Where are you headed?
We don't have a problem. If you've got a grudge, we can settle it here and now.
Huh? Why would we have a grudge against you guys? The first mate fought like the first mate. The captain died like the captain, right?
I suppose.
Then no swabby here can blame you for what happened. We're Ifrit's pirates, and don't forget it. We're not so pathetic that we need pity from some Lord of Calamity.
All right. The ship's in your hands.
Aye aye. You can count on us.
The Von Eltia looks the same as ever. But it feels utterly different, doesn't it?
Yeah. Even Benwick looked like he'd been crying.
I can imagine. But if we let ourselves despair now, we'd be a disgrace to Ifrit's creed.
We have to swallow our anger and grief, and sail on.
Right. Following a creed isn't always pleasant. We must do what we must.
I won't allow the Abbey to do things like this.
Destroying someone like that. Turning them into a puppet. It's unconscionable.
Still, a heart can never be fully bridled. It can be shattered, but never erased entirely.
Ifrid proved that.
Right. His body is gone, but he lives on through his crew. Magilu is right. What lives in one's heart can never be erased.
Yeah. The heart is eternal.
Okay, so we've heard of all of these before. Like they're all like quarantine zones or whatever, administrative zones. Okay, we haven't went. I'm pretty sure that they are going to be some difficult places, but I sort of want to do it before we finish the game, and I do think we're getting close because we have to defeat all of the Empyreans, elemental Empyreans or something like that. I'm not sure if that's gonna be like within an hour or if that's gonna be like, oh, that's like 4 hours, because then that's another stream. But I do want to do some of these, or if not all of them, you know, at some point. But yeah, let's continue.
I see. Orichalcum or not, Stormquell snapped like a twig.
I'm afraid so. It was Innominat who did it. But I think Shigure could have done the same.
So hardness alone isn't enough. Forgive me. I thought I had found clarity, but it was only foolish pride.
You should be proud. You are, without a doubt, the greatest swordsmith in the world. I'm looking forward to your next blade.
Even now, you would still place your trust in me.
Of course. Is there any other swordsmith who could craft a blade out of orichalcum? You're a master of your art. A visionary who spent centuries working to forge a blade of legend. I'm honored to know you.
I don't know what to say.
Unless, of course, you've given up on making a sword to surpass Stormhowl.
Does this look like the face of a man who's given up?
Not in the least.
We're making good time.
The only problem is that ceremony that Artorius was going on about. We don't know how long it'll take.
Ifrid said they called it the Ceremony of Suppression. Most likely, it's how Innominat plans to release his power.
Most likely. He hasn't absorbed Laphicet in your despair, so Innominat should still be incomplete. But if his powers fully awaken...
Humanity will be robbed of their free will.
I can hear them celebrating now. The uglinesses of the human soul are suppressed. And the world is free of malevolence! Hurrah! Hurrah!
Robbing humanity of its will. They'll be like I once was. Something's coming!
Hey, please guys, let's not fight!
This is a domain?
Innominat's domain.
Their wills have been stolen.
It's not been fully sealed away yet. Rokuro, give him a good smacking. Wake him up!
On it!
Aizen!
Got it. We'll put in at the nearest harbor. To Port Zexen!
I feel like some jerk played tug-of-war with my brain.
Dig up some spirit. They're trying to strip away your will.
Oh no! Look! It's that merchant! You're all right!
I do not deserve to be all right. I used people, stepped on them just to make a profit. I even aided wanted criminals so that I could expand my business. My soul is black with ugliness and can never be forgiven.
No, wait! Stop!
The world needs to be purified of malevolence. I don't belong here. I have to die. I have to die. I have to die.
No, it's not right!
Oh!
You can die if you want, but saying you have to die is a good way to make my blood boil.
Those awakened to their own malevolence seek to end their lives. Welcome to Artorius' uncompromising world of reason.
First they steal humanity's rudder, and now they want to say who lives and who dies?
We should find out what's happening here, unless you'd rather not see.
You're right. I wouldn't. But I won't hide from the truth any longer.
Before anything else, we'll need to confirm just how far his power reaches. Let's head to Logris.
Innominat suppression. Is this the ideal world the Abbey envisions?
Bien! There's no life in anyone's eyes! This isn't a fun place at all! It's not just people's minds being shackled. They're being forced to die, too. It's terrible.
Why would dying be part of anyone's ideal world?
Even under such strict control, new sins can still rise to the surface. If that happens, it's better to end the life of the sinner. Melchior came to the same logical conclusion.
What utter rubbish.
Anyway, we need to get to Logris.
What's going to happen to the world? How far will Innominat's power spread? When his domain expanded, I felt a faraway power suddenly come closer. It was enough to blot out the whole sky. I'm sure it's covered other towns too.
His domain has certainly extended to at least the entire populace of this country. Otherwise, what would be the point?
That means what happened at Port Zexon is happening everywhere.
Everyone is either a puppet, or...
dead by their own hands.
Innominat created this ideal hell in a single moment. That's the power we're up against.
So we few are standing against a truly monumental force.
This is your last chance to turn back.
Turn back to what exactly?
Forward or back, we're headed into hell either way.
At least this way, I'll have my own free will. I'd prefer a living damnation to that oblivion.
Well, don't come crying to me later.
Let's move along then.
So this is the result of their ceremony of suppression.
Seems that way. They've brought their peace to mankind.
I was a fool for trying to sell commemorative chalices to the people visiting the Empyreans' throne. Happiness can't be bought with ill-gotten gains made through deception. In an effort to change my malevolent ways, I sold my shop and entered the holy priesthood. Rather than pursue my own greed, I've chosen to dedicate my life to bringing the sacred teachings to all.
Wow, look how shiny and pure he is. So this is what happens when Innominat suppresses all of someone's sins and desires.
How nauseating. And this is the kind of world they're trying to create.
So I wonder what was the inspiration? Like, of course, some kind of religion, but also like, what religion specifically made them think like suppressing people's will, or it could be cult instead of just a religion. It could be cult, you know. The glaze.
Hey, you're Kakiku's menagerie.
Ooh, close. It's Magilu's menagerie.
I apologize for always demanding that you entertain me, despite my inability to even remember your name correctly. I'm also sorry to you, miss, for always insisting you do that tedious little bird impression of yours. I feel so bad I could just punch myself. Nay, I must.
I'm not sure if I'm more angry or confused.
It is wrong to seek pleasure from viewing petty tricks and pointless entertainment. Honest hard work alone is right. Someone such as I, who was unable to live in accordance to the simplest of truths, should disappear from this earth. Please, use that special trick you told me of. Make me disappear forever.
That is disappointing and despairing and everything. Because Magalu said that she's like, I got a trick that'll make you disappear, and Eleanor was like, hey, calm down, kind of thing. So, which way we investigate situation? Logris. Okay, I think Logris is just the next town over. And we could just plow through them. I forgot about that. Once you find that little thing, so that way you can use your board, your geo board, moving around becomes so much easier.
We must accept that we all grow old. I can no longer perform the physical labor that allowed me to benefit society. I no longer deserve to live here. I must find a place, far from others. There, I will await a quiet death.
This isn't someone accepting that they'll grow old. This is him refusing to grow old.
If this spreads, we'll have no more old people at all.
Such a weird way to
Pets
fix
consume
it.
precious resources
Oh.
and grant no tangible benefit to
No
society.
way.
That's why I say we should throw them all back outside. It's only right.
I threw away my friend's entire pet beetle collection. They have been purged.
Whoa.
This is all for the new order. But I want to keep my rhinostagros.
Yeah, that's depressing. What's really good about the story is that there are just little quips that they can go back to, that they just give a random character, and like they start off as a random character and then they give them a little bit more clothing detail, and then they got that 2-sentence, 3-sentence, several sentences long dialogue, and then you can harken back to it. Pretty cool. I mean, that's what's happening right now.
It was the height of foolishness for a low-born person like me to hold on to romantic fantasies about Prince Percival. I should seek a male companion suitable to my social status, and live a life free of pointless desire and pride. Form, beauty, appearance, all are superfluous. Reason dictates that I seek a biological partner, who lets me live my life with greater efficiency.
While what she's saying isn't technically wrong, it really creeps me out.
I mean, some people, a lot of people in the world have had to do that before.
Even the capital is silent as death.
Innominat's power did all of this. A god among gods.
Oh wait, did we get equipment mastered? No. Okay. Oh wait, maybe him. No. Okay.
Fountains are purely decorative and serve no purpose to the collective good of mankind. They must be purged.
Not just the fountains. The streets and houses are filled with unnecessary extravagances. Comfort is another word for vanity. It is a lie,
that breeds only envy and war. All vanity must be purged.
Yes, we cannot let ourselves be ruled by desire. We must control ourselves and lead lives of purity.
If they keep abandoning desire after desire, eventually they'll abandon even their desire to live.
I mean, it'll perverse itself to that, yeah. Oh wow, okay, so there's one here.
I knew it. I said all along that taverns are dens of evil. Now there is no one left who desires that demon drink. It clouds man's judgment and causes good people to fall into corruption and sin. It should never have existed. Taverns shall now only live on in history books.
I've always opposed the sale of nectar and intoxicating drinks. From now on, those places once known as taverns should be used to distribute food equally to all.
Flavor is irrelevant. It is enough for food to fill the stomach and contain the nutrients necessary for survival. Food is not something that should be enjoyed.
But eating is part of being alive. If you can't enjoy your food, how can you enjoy your life? I don't want to live like that.
Oh wow. Okay. I thought those guys would have, I mean, not put up a fight, but like not turned, because I mean they had the will enough to keep trying to fight the, like they're so close and they're like right under the nose, you know, kind of thing. All right, gotta keep going.
Isn't there anyone here who still has free thought?
I hope so. There has to be.
Mommy!
That was a child.
Mommy! I'm scared! Mommy!
Don't show any feelings, dear.
If they spot you, they'll...
Prince Percival! Tabitha!
You're still you!
Demons? In the capital?
No, they're Malachi.
Now, rise! Arise! Ascending
Not even worth my time.
Tabitha, your mind's still your own?
Yes, somehow. But Prince Percival and that girl...
Looks like those Malachim took them away somewhere.
The prince was trying to help us get away. He said that the Abbey was gathering those who still had control of their own will at the villa.
We need to go after the prince and see just what's going on at the villa.
We don't know what sort of defenses they have at the front gate. Let's sneak in through the back.
Good plan. Back into the catacombs, then.
You got it.
Take a look at this.
Great! Let's do this one run get you style, guys!
Scout ship setting sail.
Okay, so I wonder if there's gonna be like roaming enemies, or is it just like they just don't care? Like, is it that Innominat has control over them, or he just has like an influence? Because control would entail something like, oh, like he knows, he sees what's going on through their eyes, kind of thing. Like he can see you through them. Like that seems more, you know. Okay, so where's the villa? Uh-oh. Okay, which way am I going? Okay. Hold on. Okay, down. I was like, wait, what? Oh, okay, how do I get to the catacomb? Is it through? Oh, right there. Okay, obvious. Go to the exit, and then go through on the right. I need to look these things up before I just take off. Yeah, if they were under his control, then, like, if they had zero free will, he would be controlling them. And he should then, like, know what I'm doing constantly out of them, you know, their perspective and everything.
So those weren't demons, they were Malachim.
Yes. They were probably ordered to hunt down any humans who still possess free will.
Innominat isn't whole, and his suppressive powers are not yet absolute. So he must be using the Malachim to find anyone he missed and process them. Sounds like him.
Process?
Be it a prince or a little girl.
I wonder if Tabitha's alright.
I don't think she'll be suppressed so easily.
Aye. She's got more grit than the average soldier.
But even if she resists suppression, if the Abbey finds her...
She'd stand out even more with us. She ran an entire shadow network. Finding a place to hide will be child's play for her.
Maybe she was just pretending to be an old woman.
Huh? But I really loved Tabitha's cooking.
I'm just kidding. You don't run into a woman that tough every day.
She's been living in society's shadows since before we were born. If she heard you were worried, she'd laugh and say you're wasting your time.
Then we should be on our way to the villa.
So lucky. I was like, I don't know if this is, you know, I'm gonna try it. Okay, so let me just check. The villa side B2. Okay, so which? None of those. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and exit here first. Let's save because, you know, I don't know if that's gonna be a catchphrase for me and my channel, but save because you never know. And that sounds like a corny catchphrase, but you know how many times I never assume any of my games are gonna crash. I played them beforehand. None of them have crashed on me before, and then they crash when I stream. What? I literally was just looking for another book to read Studies of resonance, an old manuscript of an origin. To perceive one needs a stronger resonance than needed to perceive monsters. This is one reason why there is much less recorded about them than of demons and monsters. Furthermore, perceiving source of calamity requires not only resonance but the influence of Empyreans domain. The rest is blotted out and unreadable. Okay, so is it just confirming what we already knew, and that, like, you know, what we are trying to do? I think that's all that I could read. Oh. Population trends in the Kingdom of Midgand. Kingdom of Midgand reformed after the end of Warring States. After the constant unification, Kingdom saw a century of peace. Under its population swelled to 1.2 million. Not a lot, honestly, for a whole world. But in 10 years since the opening, the new empire has claimed the lives of half of the kingdoms. Wow. Thanks to the foundation of Abbey, the slide into chaos has been halted and population has been held steady. The populace is not largely centralized in the cities, but some settlements remain outside royal control. Okay. Nothing else? Oh. I think it's the last one. Exorcists and Legend. Exorcists are people whose latent resonances have been awakened by Empyrean Innominat's blessing. The Empyrean bestowed Malachim upon the resonant, who tethers them as to access incredible power. Some evidence suggests a very small number of people have manifested those extraordinary abilities throughout history. They were called saviors, mages, alchemists, and sometimes spirit mediums, frauds, and consorters of evil spirits. Oh, so I think what they're trying to say is there's some continuity between the Tales games, because they know that there's people, whether they have a different belief system or not, that have been able to perceive and use magic and you know, or I don't want to say chosen, but like just have an ability that very few others also have. So it's not that they're the only ones, kind of thing. It is thought that some among their number possess similar powers to the Exorcists of today. So it's just saying like, oh, some of those strong guys, like they're stronger than ours, basically, or the same. But I mean, the chances of you being the strongest constantly, I mean, always throughout history would have been like, nah, there should be someone. Okay, so just keep heading this way. This is weird. There's not been a battle yet. What's in these other rooms, honestly? Doesn't look like... I mean, I can look. Why not? I've already been in here. But sometimes there's things just like this that I can pick up. I can either sell or use to upgrade my items later. But you never know. Sometimes there's things in here. I'm gonna check this other room. Are there more books to read? I mean, I'm not trying to, but if there was another hidden thing like that opened up and it had another hidden book in there for some reason, that's interesting, you know? I'm not rushing to read it, but could have something latent. I've played video games where, like, in books, sometimes you unlock things, and it's like, oh, you've unlocked this move, like, what is it, Final Fantasy 7, I think, or no, 8, where there's a character, Zell, that you can read magazines, and they unlock abilities for him. Like, these magazines are like fighting magazines, and he learns different moves for specials through reading these magazines. And I've always remembered that, and I'm like, oh, you never know, some of these books may do things, and some games they do, you know. Some games you read things on the game and it like unlocks a quest, or it tells you how to make something, like, you know. This feels creepy, like a setup. Still no battle. And not even that I'm avoiding, it's just no battle from like anyone that has been placed to stop me. And not just like these enemies are just in this place, you know. They were there before this mission. Oh. It's about to just run down there.
My mind is...
A channeling circle!
He's eating their will directly!
With an entrance like this, it's almost like
we're a bunch of heroes.
Hey, no fair! You were supposed to say like what? Prince Percival, are you all right?
Yes, thank you. Well, I know I can still feel scared out of my wits at least.
It's all right now. We'll help you find your mommy, and then
Mommy was executed. They killed her because she stole food to give to me. That's okay. They had to. Mommy was acting against reason.
So this is the true face of their suppression.
Yes, this is the ideal world sought by Shepherd Artorius. As long as malevolence gave rise to demons, this was the only way. That's why the Kingdom of Midgand consented to his plan. But I will never consent.
A world without sadness, but also without joy. A world without hate, but also without love.
You suppose the whole world's like this now?
No. Even this close to the Empyreans' throne, some here have held on to their free will. Still, we don't have much time.
Right. I can feel Innominat's domain spreading even now. It's incomplete, but it's quickly growing stronger.
Even we might be suppressed if this keeps up, and then it'll be reason o'clock all day long.
Prince, Griffin is doing well.
Good. That's good. I'm happy. Truly. Until now, I thought I was just a tool to serve my country. But when my feelings were being torn from me, I felt myself want something. No, I thought. I don't want this. I don't want to lose who I am. I understand the true horror of this ideal world now. I know it's selfish to put this burden on you, but I beg you, stop all this. Stop Shepherd Artorius.
You said something to me once. A bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. And now I say this to you. People stripped of their feelings can never truly be alive.
Yeah, that's how I used to be.
We're going to defeat Artorius. We're going to make this world one where we can be ourselves. We're doing it for us, not for you.
You've changed, haven't you?
You really have. You used to be a sword wielded by your own hatred. But now, you're in control. You're the one who swings the blade.
Even if I still don't know when to sheathe it.
Don't worry. When danger comes, I'll be there to protect you.
My, I'm jealous. It must be nice to have a reliable young man like that by your side.
It certainly is. Our Fee's a gallant soul.
Eisen, about Captain Eifried.
I dealt with him. But the Abbey, they stomped all over Eifried's pride to achieve this suppression of theirs. With these hands, I will destroy them.
Then I'm going to be selfish too. And as just another flawed human being, I will offer a humble prayer that you succeed.
Well, I'm pumped. Who wants to go cut our way into this throne of theirs?
We can't just barge in, sword for brains. We gotta prepare.
We stick to the plan. Wake up the 4 Empyreans and take Innominat's domain away from him.
Artorius said the ceremony wouldn't be complete until the Scarlet Night.
Will they complete the ceremony first, or will we awaken the Empyreans? It's a gamble.
Well, moping won't get us anywhere. Let's head to Mount Killerhouse.
Right. It's time to suppress the suppression.
Alright, now we just head back to Helavis. And that is just the back, same way that we came, if we don't get stopped.
Eleanor, did the Exorcists know about this when they agreed to help Artorius?
They couldn't have. The Exorcists I know fought for a world where people could live their lives in happiness and peace.
But then how do you explain the fact that the Exorcists seem to accept what's going on?
Maybe that was just what I wanted to believe.
It could be that Innominat's suppression is also affecting the Exorcists.
You mean Innominat might have taken control of their will and made them his tools?
Completely believable. Exorcists are too hard-headed to be open to much persuasion.
If I stayed with the Abbey, I might have accepted this world too. Thank you, Laphicet. It's your strength that protects my heart from wavering.
You really think so?
Of course I do. Have a little more self-confidence.
Guess it's a good thing I captured you then.
That's true. I owe you my gratitude as well. Thank you.
Seriously?
Quite. To be able to express what's in my heart is a wonderful thing.
You still drive me mad, but I can't disagree there.
Even when not yet fully awakened, Innominat can extend his reach to the entire world.
The other towns are probably in the same sorry state as the ones we've seen. Or perhaps even worse.
Magilu, is there some art that can awaken Malachim?
What do you mean?
Well, if I could just use the flames of purification properly.
Even if you could alter reality with that power, you'd end up destroying yourself in the process. Do you want to awaken that badly?
I need more power.
For Velvet's sake?
For her too, but I hate what the Abbey is doing. It's just wrong. This world of theirs is without any joy. I just want to do everything I can to stop them. This is what I want, with my own free will, and
I know of no such art. And even if I did, it wouldn't help you.
Huh?
You've already found strength in your heart. There's no magic that can make that stronger. What you need is to be ready and determined. And to be brave.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Magilu.
No thanks necessary. 100 gold will cover it.
You want me to pay you?
Hey, good advice isn't free. What do I look like, a sidewalk psychiatrist? I'm a witch.
She always has to be so difficult. The exploration of the outer seas is going super well.
Yeah, it's all thanks to you guys chipping in.
Oh, we haven't done all that much.
Well, don't rest on your laurels just yet. Worse things happen at sea, you know. The scouting ship could always get eaten by some giant tentacled horror from the deeps.
Danger's a part of the job. Besides, Ifreed's pirates are all about venturing into the unknown.
I wonder what's still hidden out there for us to find.
Terror Island, for one thing. According to ancient legends, it's an island that moves across the outer seas like a ship.
Really? I've never heard of an island like that.
Nobody knows if it's real or not, which is exactly why we have to try and find it ourselves.
Awesome! I can't wait to get to the bottom of this.
Don't get too excited just yet, kiddo. It's good to have enthusiasm and all, but I bet this place is called Terror Island for a reason.
I'm not too worried. Like Eisen said, challenging the unknown is what Ifreed's pirates do, no matter what the risk.
Looks like you've caught the bug too.
Ah, looks like it.
So that tells me that there's an island called Terror Island that we have yet to discover in our expeditions. See? And I'm not sure where it's supposed to be. Maybe that's it. Oh, one of those ships on the map. But I mean, we've got quite a bit of them discovered, you know. So after this one, I'm not sure. Amarkian subcontinent. That's funny. That's next. We gotta finish the rest of this one. You see, there's a. We're missing 1, 2, 3 things, and then we can go over here. But until then, let's just continue. Anybody mastered? Nope. Alright. Let's go. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It's a little overpowered, this board, because it just plows through even attacking enemies. I could understand enemies that you caught off guard, or enemies that are lower level than you. But if they're like in the area, if you just found this board and you run into them, I would expect you to have to fight them, you know. If you outnumber them in the strength division, like, go ahead and plow through them, you know. But if they're too strong, like, I think the board becomes super overpowered. It's a good way to get around, don't get me wrong, but I mean, if you're so quick, you can move to get away from them if you don't outstrength them or whatever, outpower them. It's still a great way to get around. I wish you can do things to like upgrade it, like using souls to boost the speed or something. Alright, let's sell some stuff. Wait, what the heck? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's sell some of these items. Okay, we got 47,000. We're gonna buy some stuff that we do not have. We have all those. Okay. We'll buy stuff that's not very expensive so that way we can break them down later. Okay. Okay. And I guess go ahead and enhance some stuff while we're here. Okay, I need to break down that one right there. What do I need? Coarse tempering powder. Okay. We'll just leave it as is for now. Got those kids just looking in the corners for some reason. That's pretty weird. Alright, I guess we gotta take off, huh? Wait, is this... Oh yeah, we're leaving from here, I think. Right? Return to... Wait, we are at Helives right now, right? Oh no, we're at Port Zexon. I gotta collect the blue Nordal as well. Don't know where that is. I guess I'll do that off stream. That could be an annoying one to find. Alright, let's go. Uh-oh. What's happening now?
Oh, good. It seems you're both still here inside me then.
It is not as though we desired these circumstances. We're only here because you ate us.
I'll make no apologies.
You wish to sacrifice us to the 4 elemental Empyreans, is that it?
Yes. I won't apologize for that either.
It matters not. Your sins are nothing a mere apology could ever absolve.
I know.
At least you're aware of how selfish you are. Good for you, then.
Remember this well, Lord of Calamity. No matter how many times I am reborn, I will act the same.
As will I.
And I as well.
Did you say something?
Just dreaming is all. But I know now how deep my sins run.
Velvet, there's something I've wanted to talk to you about. It's about the Therians. And about Laphicet.
Let me guess. The link between us and Innominat.
Yes. There's no way of knowing what will happen until we actually try, but...
You don't have to worry about me. I said it before. Best just to blame all the wickedness of the world on the Lord of Calamity.
Don't you try to shoulder all of this yourself! We Exorcists are just as much at fault for letting things come to this. So let me ponder what to do about Kamoana and the rest, but you need to think about Laphicet. There, I've said my piece.
I don't know which of us is more stubborn. Still, I've got to face the truth. I've got to tell him.
Oh, good. This place hasn't been suppressed yet.
We're unloading! Give me a hand, will ya? Hey, you listening?
Sorry. Something just feels weird. Like there's something tugging at my thoughts.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of that lately. But pull yourself together. Yeesh!
Yet being the operative term here.
We'd better get a move on.
Benwick, don't leave Kamoana or Medissa's domain. Got it? The Therians are part of Innominat. They should be able to resist suppression to some extent.
Aye aye. You watch yourself too, First Mate.
Mount Killerhouse is at the northern edge of Northgand. Bit of a trek.
It'd be nice if we could resupply along the way.
There's a town, Mercio, near the foot of the volcano. It faces the sea, but the currents lately have been too strong to approach it by water. However, the land route should still be clear.
The whole continent has been getting colder of late, not just Northgand.
Colder? Could it have something to do with Innominat? Or maybe it's because the elemental Empyreans are asleep.
Both sound possible. But think too hard about the cold, and it'll give you the shivers.
Yeah, but even so...
Whatever the case, our course remains the same. We'll head to Mercio and work from there.
Take a look at this. Well, well. Now here's a fine haul.
Great! Let's do this one run Getsu style, guys!
Good luck out there.
Show 'em how Ifreed's crew can sail.
My son came home from the capital and said he'd take over the family fishing business. That was always my dream. But is it really best for the world? For him to waste his talents on such a primitive activity?
Dad, what are you saying? I thought we talked about this.
You should use your education to help the country and people all across the world. That is the way of reason.
That guy is acting really oddly.
Wait, we talked about this?
Yeah, you agreed that I should use my knowledge to advance fishing technology and stabilize the world's food supply. Remember?
Oh. Yes, that's right.
Shape up, Dad. What's the problem? Drinking too much?
Just a nightcap before bed.
If you need some rest, I'll take the boat out myself today.
That'd be the day. Like I'd put you in charge. You're not ready to take the boat out by yourself.
An ill-fated fisherman's fortune. His memories are muddied. But is it divine will that dulls his wits, or drink?
A sailor who can't handle his drink is just as shameful as one who gets seasick.
Daddy, we're having a long-armed crab hot pot party when you come home tonight.
As the world gets colder, the long-armed crab's habitat expands.
Do your best out there today.
If the crabs breed too quickly, it will affect the fish.
Hey, that guy is...
Daddy? You're acting weird.
Oh, sorry about that. My mind just wandered away from me there for a second.
If you do that on your boat, you'll fall into the sea.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be careful.
Good luck out there!
That boy's father, he was acting strangely.
The suppression is starting to affect people out here, too.
We opened our arms and welcomed that vagabond into our town. But despite our kindness, he robbed us, started fights, caused trouble. Then he stole a boat and escaped. But I was the one that let him go. I'm guilty too. We have to be strict with criminals.
Rogues always seem to drift into hell of ease, don't they?
Huh? Were we talking about something?
Wait, did you forget what you just said?
Yeah, but I hope I didn't say anything strange.
We were talking about how nice of a guy you were. Huh?
Don't be so hard on yourself, okay?
Huh?
They're like, dude, you need to relax. Huh? I'm a good guy? That's what it sounded like. Huh? You sure? Oh, there's... Ooh. Okay, there's other people that want to talk. At the inn and at the sanctuary. Might as well hit them up. So the inn is right here. Let's see what they have to say.
I see you're at it again.
Am I that predictable?
That stance. It's called nothingness, right? A clear state of mind and all that.
Does it look meditative or something? I wish it was, but really it's the exact opposite. It brings out all my negative thoughts. My hatred, my doubts, my ego, my anger. I take up my sword to cut myself free of such wrongful emotions. At least, that's what I used to think. But that's just not possible, is it? Not for anyone. Hell, even if I could let go of that part of myself, I'm not sure I'd want to.
Because if you let go of your desire to kill Shigure, you'd lose your purpose in life?
My spiteful thoughts, my wrongful feelings, my pride, my inner contradictions. All these are parts of who I am. Through practice, I learn to embrace who I am, the good and the bad, and become the swordsman only I can be. That's the only way I will achieve what cannot be done. Defeating Shigure.
And Shigure. He's already at peace with his inner self.
Exactly. And so are you.
You really think so?
I do. That's why I will never give up. Besides, I still need to repay my debt to you.
Well, I look forward to seeing the final results. That's for sure.
Okay, I was expecting the person to say something, but that's okay. Alright, so the sanctuary, if I'm not mistaken, is that one right there. So we'll see what people have to say in here. I think this is the one where the priest was like, you must atone for your sins. I think it's that guy. Hold on, let's see. Anybody else have something to say?
Did you hear that Moloch they were doing experiments on finally broke?
Yeah. You mean the one where they were trying to combine multiple smaller Malachim into one giant Moloch?
What?
I always figured it was a waste of time.
Turns out it not only looked like a freak, but its shackled mind snapped, leaving the thing feral.
Oh? Guess they'll have to dispose of it.
Yeah. For now, they've moved it out to the Faldees ruins. They're repurposing it as a test target for a new Moloch art and development.
At least we'll be able to get some valuable data out of it.
Wow.
Using Malachim for their own ends. Is there no line they won't cross?
I hope you're not thinking of doing anything unnecessary.
Oh? Like what?
Like thinking about bringing mercy to a broken Moloch.
What I think is necessary and what actions I take are for me to decide.
Eisen! That Exorcist said they were using the Moloch to get data on a new Moloch art. If it were complete, they could use it against us. Stopping that wouldn't be a waste of our time, would it?
You think you know just what to say to me, don't you?
I'm just stating the truth.
Just so we're clear, we're not going to rescue it.
No argument here.
What they both agreed on was we would probably be killing it because it's already like malformed and turned into something kind of thing.
Come, sinner, and repent your
Oh
wicked
yeah, this is the guy.
deeds.
Yes, Father. I am here.
No, I wasn't talking to you. Surely an exorcist has nothing to repent. Truly, the sinners are those people you're with, who come into this cathedral and say whatever they please.
No, Father. I've done a great many things that I regret. For instance, I once put blind, unquestioning faith in the Abbey's ideals of reason and justice. In making any decision, I used not my head, or my gut, or my heart, but instead relied on the Abbey's answers. I lorded my authority over those I thought to be below me, when I didn't even know the truth of how things actually worked.
What?
I was telling other people how to live their lives, when I needed to look at my own flaws instead. But I won't repent for my past deeds. To seek forgiveness from the Empyreans would be to repeat those very same mistakes. I will follow my own judgment now, as I strive to make amends for the misdeeds and regrets of my past.
Please, Lady Exorcist, listen to my confession, for I have much to repent.
Huh? Father, why are you crying?
He's like, wow, someone pious enough, I gotta repent to them. Okay, head north through the Faldi's ruins, aka where we are probably gonna run into the monster that they created, basically. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to go down. And that'll take us up, basically. Alright. Yeah, everybody's breaking at different rates. Could be distance.
Yeah, it's even colder here than last time.
You're right. It was merely freezing before. Now it goes straight to the bone.
Allow me to warm.
Not necessarily.
Oh, the sneezes are going around? Achoo! Oh, so cold. If it's this bad here, I dread to think of what the Guyberg ice field is like.
The tundra past Mount Killerhouse? Is it really that cold?
I've stayed up in the mountains many times for my training. With all the snow, I imagine it'd be pretty rough for a normal human.
Why are you sneezing all of a sudden? Demons aren't supposed to feel cold.
Nah, a snowflake just flew up my nose and...
Achoo!
You're sneezing too.
My hair was blowing around and tickled my nose.
But according to the old book I read, it isn't supposed to snow much around Guyberg.
Because of lava from the volcano and the Earth's natural heat. I bet the book calls it Guyberg Plains, too.
Yeah, it says Mount Killerhouse was highly active, and the area used to be famous for its hot springs.
But now it's... What?
Why are you all staring?
They're all expecting you to sneeze, I think.
Everyone else is doing it!
Now give us a good show!
Sorry everyone. No sneezes here. I'll practice for next time.
Good grief.
He had no sneezes to give. Alright, so we're going to the Mount Killerhouse. Is that down here? No. Okay, through the Faldi's ruins, we take a right. We take a right. And we're gonna be safe as long as we just stay on the board. We will save because you never know. Okay, let's look around. Okay, so we're going to Ruins Basement 2. Okay, so it looks like either way I go, I should be able to reach it. I should probably go right though, right? Yeah. And this makes it so much easier. See? I normally would have had to like try and avoid these locations, but I literally can just do this. Which is funny. You normally would want to ensure that you slow down progress for story, like to put like more emphasis on how dangerous this location is, kind of thing. The board just makes it so much easier. It's hard to maneuver with the board in these locations though, so sometimes I slow it down or get off completely. Oh, I gotta go through the center, huh? At least I don't have to undo these things anymore. I just have to go through it. I have a feeling that they're gonna throw that experiment close by as a battle. Okay. Okay, so technically we just go forward and yeah, that's the broken Malik, I'm pretty sure. So we'll take care of that. We just saved. Nothing to pick up there. We can look through here. Cool. Okay, hold on. Huh? Nothing. Cool. Let's do this. Let's break them free. We're not rescuing, like, help. We're not taking them. We're just like, I don't know how to describe it. Just, what the heck is that? Was it just a ghost? Oh god. It looks like a unicorn. Okay, let's fight it.
Woo, it's a biggie.
This must be that experimental Moloch.
Why a cow's head? This is bull.
Careful! It's on a rampage!
Time to put a stop to this.
Ready to feel the blowing up! Blowing top! Is it not? Blowing thunder! Fire! Blowing thunder! Hit us, you three!
Deception!
Hurricane! Crash through! That's what I said! Rain down! Shock drum! Triple! Have a nice trip! Helicopter! Have a nice trip!
Hurricane! Killing flash! When I'm this close, I won't miss! Form zero! Form four!
Stretchy! Crash through!
Hurricane!
Rain down! Oh, what in the world? Lucky that! I'll try it! Moonlight Cyclone! Thanks for the torch! I'll help you! Crimson Sun! Make sure you can let the pierce through! Here!
Light heal on thunder!
It was a close one, but I am the victor.
Alright, so I'm glad that we were able to do this one, and we did it without using items. So look at that huge chunk. Item free victory over a powerful foe. 59. See, that's why I was like, oh man, I used an item. Like, yeah, hey, I stunned him 7 times. So what? The difficulty was at normal. So what? I did 17 break souls onto him and a KO free victory. KO free victory is only 0.5. 59 for an item free victory. That's crazy. I'm sure there was other things that I didn't do, but I'm glad that I was able to do that. He mastered quite a bit of items. We got Roaring Glass Sight. Provides the ability to trigger a random skill which reduces the charge time when guarding on chaos mode or above. Oh, so I would need to be on chaos or above.
What? They were trying to make an enormous bovine Moloch? Was that the best the Abbey could think up?
As if robbing our free will wasn't enough. Now they're trying to reshape Malachim.
I'm so sorry, Eisen. What they did here was terrible.
I don't really care about the callous experimentation. If the Malachim participated by their own free will, then sure, that's their choice. But this one had its free will locked away, and was used and discarded like a mere tool. That's what I can never forgive. And the Abbey is treating countless Malachim the same way.
Sounds like this has gotten you all fired up. Maybe I'm glad we came here.
Oh, believe me, I've been fired up for a good long time. Ever since I decided how I want to live my life.
So wait, because of what's happening right now, do I even have a way to like do, oh, not this, to do these? Like, does it even matter if I defeat these? I mean, it should, because there's a lot of malevolence in them, but also like, it's not like they'll get paid out by the Red Wings, you know? I mean, I wouldn't do it just for the payments anyways, but still, like, it's very interesting. Like, will it even... It should matter. But yeah, that's interesting. We just, we could just, like, leave, but by doing that, we ensured to, like, release those Malachim maybe back onto the earth, or maybe just back into the ether, and they can just be brought back at another time. But they were not there, so that's good. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is save, because we just got something important done. But not just that, we've actually passed our 2-hour marker just a few minutes ago. So I'm glad that we were able to have a big finish for today. We just released a group of Malachim, because the way they described it, it wasn't just one. They forced several of them into some big host. I don't know what that means. Was it an animal that they forced it into, or was it a big person that ended up turning into that, or was it a monster that they forced the Malachim into, or something? You know, like, I don't know what it was, but they just set up a big host. But that's crazy. We released them basically, and we're now on our way to, let's see, where was it? North through the Valley Ruins to Mount Killerus. So we're going that way, but we're literally at a natural stopping point. So we're after this, next week we're gonna head to Mount Killerus, and then I assume we're doing all the sacrifices at once, so we might be very close to ending the game. But I do, as I said before, want to get some other things done, you know? Like, if I can head to that upper world, yeah. There's these places, the administrative zones that I have yet to go to, that I want to head out to at some point or another. Even if I finish the game, if it gives me the chance to do this, like to go to those places, I'll do that, you know? But for now, we're done for today. I want to thank you all for stopping by once again. Every week, it, you know, really lifts my spirits that people stop by. And last week I was sick, but I'm back this week. So thank you all. It means a lot. I hope you all stay safe over the weekend, and yeah, hope to see you on Tuesday. I'll be back again, barring any sickness or anything like that. I am moving soon, so if I'm gone another week, it's because I might have to like set up the internet at my new place, or I might be in between, you know, like I don't know. I'll let you guys know by like on Twitch, like I'll put like I'm not streaming or something like that, but I don't plan on stopping. If I'm gone for a week, there's a reason. So I will keep up with you guys, but until then, thank you. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, great rest of your weekend, once that starts. Yeah, thank you. Hope to see you again.